Hey everyone, my name is Tom Olson, and I'm the Elite Adventure Academy lead. I am so excited that summer is finally here. It's time to get out and enjoy the outdoors with our friends. Now I put together this presentation with opportunities for local recreation. It's all across Southern California, so I hope you can find something that's close to home and you'll be able to get out and enjoy the outdoors this summer. It's a great way to practice social distancing and get to know a little bit more of your surroundings. I hope you enjoy the presentation and look forward to seeing you in more Adventure Academy events. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this presentation of some recreation opportunities in Southern California. Really excited to share them with you, and I hope they spark some interest. I really want to highlight the San Gabriel Mountains. These mountains are amazing. They're right at your back door. I really encourage you guys to get out there and explore it a little bit. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of opportunities to recreate, whether it's on the water, a hike, or even a tour and that kind of thing. So I hope you enjoy this presentation and you get out there and do something. All right, so this is the San Gabriel Mountains. You can see their proximity to the Los Angeles area, and it is so close. There's so much out there to do too. So this is really just scratching the surface as far as what you guys can do. It's really gorgeous. Any time of the year you can find something to do. Potato Mountain, this is a great hiking area to start out at. These trails are pretty endless and they get you right up next to the mountain. I think this would be great for people that are just getting into hiking, and this is located a little bit northeast of LA. For those of you that are seasoned hikers, Herringer Flats would be a really cool area to go. You can kind of see in the foreground right here that this is a state plant nursery. They grow a lot of trees in this area. You can camp right up on the edge of the plateau here and look out over the city. The campsites are free. There are amenities up there as well. And you can contact the plant nursery in advance to make arrangements to camp there. The hike is a little long. I think it's about 13 miles round trip. And that trailhead is really close to Eaton Falls as well. There's the Eaton Canyon Nature Center. And this hike looks so cool. It would be great for summer because it's fairly shaded and there's water. How good does that get? You will need to make reservations prior to, just because they're trying to limit the number of people due to COVID. So go online, you can find their website, make a reservation. It'll be a really cool hike. All right, heading down through the San Gabriel Mountains. This is Hoji's Trail Camp. These are free campsites out in the woods. As you can see from the photo, that there are amenities. There's a fire pit and toilets, so that's a nice feature. Right over the ridge from that, underneath the Wilson Observation Center, is the Spruce Grove Campground. Both of these, again, are free campsites. You can kind of see where they are in relationship to the rest. There's the observatory. Just outside of the city. It's really amazing what's out there. Now, for those that really are looking for an adventure, this one's pretty cool. This is the San Antonio Ski Hut. So the Sierra Club owns this hut, and you'll need to make reservations with them, but it sits right underneath San Gabriel Mountain, which is over 10,000 feet tall, and you can finish the hike from there. So it'd be a really great halfway point if you don't think you'll make it all the way to the summit. And from my experience, mountain summits are always better in the morning. Typically the weather is a little calmer, and you won't run into as much traffic, and it's not so hot. So think about doing this one if you're looking for a full-blown adventure. It is manned during the weekends, and you'll need to make reservations for that. This shows you a top of San Antonio. Pretty crazy. It's flat up there. You wouldn't think that necessarily for a giant peak like that. But the views would just be mind-blowing. You could see the entire city, back over to the high desert. I would really recommend anyone that has a hiking background to take this on. I can't wait to give it a shot. A little bit further away, for you guys up in Bakersfield, Greenhorn Mountain Park is so cool. This is set high up in the mountains, and there's some hiking nearby. There's the Alta Sierra ski area off of Shirley Peak over here. And I have made a series of handouts for this summer. So if you're in Kern County, look for the Kern County handout, and it'll talk a little bit more about Greenhorn Mountain Park, as well as Black Mountain Road here, where you'll be able to hike up I get a really cool view into the foothills of the Sierras in the distance over here. And this is the Kern River Valley right below. So beautiful, gorgeous hike. All right, for those of you out by Ventura County and Thousand Oaks, Sandstone Peak is a great one. I love this hike. It's fairly easy, the trail's nice and wide. There is a bit of elevation gain here, but the view that you can get back to the ocean is just breathtaking. And the rocks there are so beautiful. It's a really, really good one. The road up there is just gorgeous too. Even if you just go for a drive, I'd highly recommend it. All right, for those of you that need a little cool down at the water, Silverwood Lake is sweet. There's a lot to do here. Tons of campgrounds. You should be able to find this place to camp, assuming it's going to be open with what's going on right now. But there are so many little coves tucked away on this lake. Even if you don't have a boat, you might be able to hike into some of these little beaches. You can see here on the map, you notice all these little beaches, and when the photos were taken, you can see the boat's still parked there, but it looks like a really nice beach. And I'm sure there are some trails that will connect from this road above. As always, you should do your research before heading off trail. Make sure you know exactly where you're going and that you don't get disoriented. Just out the way for you people that might be over in the high desert, Deep Creek Canyon is sweet. Up further up, you might have heard of Aztec Falls. That's fairly popular. But lower down where the creek meets the desert, there's a hot spring. And I think that'd be so cool. I know summer is way too hot to go, but just keep it in the back of your mind. Maybe when it starts to cool down again, give it a shot. I would recommend that if it's raining, probably stay away from this hike. There could be flash flooding just looking at the topography. Cool, this one's sweet. Devil's Punch Bowl is wild. You can see just from this what's happening is it's all upheaved sandstone formations. So what happened here is a whole bunch of faults are meeting in this area. And it's basically just smashed the earth and jutted up these incredible sandstone features. Now you can hike to the top of this area and go to a place called the Devil's Chair. Last I looked, they were doing some construction on it, so just double check. The Devil's Punch Bowl Nature Area has a little nature center and some interpretive trails if you're not looking for a grand adventure. But you should be able just to get out and wander around this incredible area. That's outrageous looking. And it's on the back side of the San Gabriel Mountains. All right. For those of you that are interested in the Outdoor or the Adventure Academy, we're going to be working with the Poly Institute. These guys are really cool because they have programs already set up to give you guys the fundamentals for outdoor recreation. They're going to teach you the basics of camping. They're going to help you pack your bags. They're going to show you how much water you need to bring. These guys are completely experienced and they have a whole system set up. So we're going to be working with them. So if that's something that might interest you, I really encourage you to learn more about the Adventure Academy. On the same note, Buckhorn Camp isn't necessarily a outdoor recreation facility, but they have awesome amenities, and they're right underneath Mount San Jacinto. Now, Jacinto is a cool peak. It has so much up there. If you are over in Palm Springs, you are probably familiar with the aerial tram that takes you up the backside of the mountain. You can see over on this side, brings you up to this area. Yep, there's the tram. And from that tram, even if you're in the high desert, you don't have to be over by Banning to get up here. You should be able to take that tram, assuming it's open, as with everything. You should be able to take that and get up to the top or just enjoy these lower areas. It would be amazing. I mean, the view from this peak really is outrageous. We're looking at all over the desert, and I'm certain on a clear day, you'd be able to see back out to the ocean. So cool. I would definitely recommend that's for experienced hikers. Those of you in Imperial County, the Painted Gorge and Fossil Canyon are so cool. I really don't think this is that well known. There are some blogs online that you can read to get a little bit more information before you head out. And this is very much so a self-guided thing. You probably won't see much signs. I have included this in the July handout for information. And if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. All right, for you folks over by San Diego, Potato Chip Rock is so stinking cool. So the natives used to call this mountain the Mountain of Moonlit Rocks. And you can kind of tell that all of these little rocks would catch the moonlight amazing. The mountain was renamed after a dentist that moved to the area in the early 1800s and since keeps his name. There's a little bit of history behind that you can read into, But Potato Chip Rock seems really, really neat. There's also a rock here at the bottom of the mountain. I doubt it's tagged, but it's called Butt Cheek Rock, and that sounds hilarious. So go check out Butt Cheek Rock. Enjoy the hike. It's fairly short. It's just a little steep. But this would be a really, really great one to do if you're down in the San Diego area. For those a little bit further north in Orange County, the Laurel Canyon hike in the Laguna Wilderness area would be great. It's protected, particularly when you get up here into the canyon. There's a little waterfall to explore and some really cool rock formations that we can see here. I've outlined this in the July handout, and I've turned it into a loop hike as well. You would follow from the Willow staging area, follow this trail up the meadow, follow the canyon, and you'll reach an intersection here where you'll be able to get on this road that'll take you right back down to where you parked. It's a great loop, and I think it'd be really fun. So again, for those interested in the Adventure Academy, I'd really love to take you guys out to Catalina Island. We'll work with Mountain and Sea Adventures, and they have this super cool 3-day camp where we'll go out, do snorkeling, kayaking, hiking, learn a little bit about the Catalina Island ecosystem, and we'll be able to go out on a boat. So it'll be tons of fun, and I can't wait to go on this. I did want to highlight before we're done one of our community partners. This is LifeSail. They're based out of Marina del Rey, and we're using them to complete our intro to sailing course. Matt Schulz is the guy that runs it. He's a super neat guy, and he's so excited to work with us. I fully support learning how to sail. I think it's a great boating activity that'll really give you the skills you'll need to expand your knowledge as far as boating goes. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I really, really hope you can get out and enjoy the summer. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for joining.